Happiness is not something we stumble upon. It's something we choose. Each morning when you wake up, you are given an opportunity to decide how you will view the day ahead. Will you focus on what's missing, or will you appreciate what's already present? Being a happy person doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending problems don't exist. It means recognizing that even in the middle of chaos, there is always something to be grateful for, something to smile about, something to hold on to. Happiness is an active decision, not a passive reaction. And when you commit to making that choice daily, you begin to shift the direction of your life. If happiness had a home, gratitude would be its foundation. It is impossible to be truly happy while constantly dwelling on what you lack. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into blessings. A simple meal becomes a feast. A modest home becomes a sanctuary. A small act of kindness becomes a reminder of humanity's beauty. When you practice gratitude daily, happiness doesn't just visit, it stays. Start by listing 3 things you're grateful for each day. Over time, you'll notice that your perspective shifts from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude is not about having more, it's about seeing more. And when you see more, happiness flows naturally. Carrying anger, grudges, or regrets is like dragging heavy stones in a backpack. You can't walk freely, let alone run toward happiness, when your soul is weighed down. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means releasing the grip that pain has over you. Forgiveness, both for others and yourself, isn't about erasing the past, but about freeing your future. A happy person understands that holding on to bitterness poisons the heart. By letting go, you create room for peace, love, and joy to enter. Happiness thrives in simplicity. We often chase more money, more recognition, more possessions, believing that happiness is hiding in the next big thing. But the truth is, happiness is usually found in the little things. The laughter of a child, the smell of coffee in the morning, the warmth of the sun on your face, the sound of music that lifts your soul. A happy person is not one who has everything, but one who appreciates the simple treasures life offers daily. Simplify your life, and you'll find that happiness was always close by. No one is an island. Happiness is deeply connected to the relationships we nurture. A happy person invests in meaningful connections, family, friends, and community. It's not about having 100 acquaintances, but about cherishing the few who truly matter. Happiness grows when we give love, when we listen without judgment, and when we support others in their journey. Connection creates belonging, and belonging creates joy. If you want to be happier, invest in people more than possessions. Call someone you love today. Smile at a stranger. Offer encouragement to a friend. These small acts create ripples of happiness that come back to you multiplied. Pretending to be someone else is exhausting, and it robs you of joy. Happiness begins when you embrace who you are, your strengths, your quirks, and even your flaws. A happy person doesn't compare themselves endlessly to others. They understand that their worth isn't measured by social media likes, job titles, or material possessions. It is measured by authenticity. When you stop seeking approval and start living as your true self, you'll feel a freedom that no external reward can provide. Be unapologetically you, because that is where happiness resides. Happiness lives in the present moment. Too often, we're trapped between regrets of the past and worries about the future. A happy person learns to pause, breathe, and embrace the now. This doesn't mean ignoring your goals. It means not missing today while chasing tomorrow. Mindfulness is the key. Pay attention to the taste of your food, the sound of birds outside your window, the colors of the sunset. Life becomes more vivid, and happiness flows when you're fully present. Happiness grows when shared. Acts of kindness, big or small, are seeds of joy. Hold the door for someone. Offer a compliment. Volunteer your time. Even a simple smile can brighten another person's day, and in turn, your own. Science shows that helping others releases endorphins, the chemicals of happiness. But beyond science, kindness simply makes the world a better place. Be a source of light for others, and you'll discover that your own heart shines brighter. Happiness doesn't mean staying the same. It means growing into the best version of yourself. Challenges, setbacks, and failures are not barriers to happiness. They are stepping stones. A happy person sees growth as part of the journey. Instead of saying, "Why me?" they ask, "What can I learn?" This shift in perspective turns obstacles into opportunities. Growth is not always comfortable, but it always expands the capacity for joy. Happiness requires balance. Work gives purpose, but rest gives restoration. Without balance, even success feels empty. A happy person values productivity, but also respects the need for rest, play, and reflection. Burnout steals joy, but balance restores it. Make time to pursue hobbies, to laugh, to dream, and to simply breathe. When you balance ambition with rest, you create a rhythm of life that sustains happiness long-term. Optimism is not about denying reality. It's about choosing to see possibilities, even in difficult times. A happy person is not someone who never faces storms, but someone who believes the sun will shine again. Optimism fuels perseverance. It allows you to keep going when circumstances whisper, "Give up." It doesn't mean you ignore challenges, but that you look at them with the belief that something good can come from them. Imagine walking into a room with a candle. Even if the room is filled with darkness, the smallest light changes everything. Optimism is that light. When you practice optimism, you not only lift your own spirit, but also inspire others to keep believing. Happiness grows when you give yourself to a purpose bigger than you. Service is not just about volunteering. It's about living with a heart that seeks to help. A happy person understands that joy deepens when shared. Serving others creates a sense of meaning, reminding us that life is not just about what we gain, but about what we give. Whether it's mentoring a child, supporting a friend, or offering your time to those in need, acts of service ignite a happiness that self-centered pursuits cannot. Serving others doesn't take happiness away, it multiplies it. Happiness requires taking care of yourself. A happy person doesn't see self-care as selfish. It is necessary. Eating well, moving your body, resting, and nurturing your mind are not luxuries. They are essential. When you take care of your body and soul, you create the energy to give your best to the world. Happiness fades when you're constantly exhausted or overwhelmed. By making time to recharge, you protect your joy. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Fill your cup first, so you can overflow into others' lives. Life will test you. No one escapes challenges, heartbreaks, or disappointments. But happiness is not destroyed by hardship. It is tested and strengthened by it. A happy person learns to bend without breaking, to fall but rise again. Resilience is the bridge between pain and hope. It teaches you that setbacks are not the end of the road, but a bend on the path. Resilience is what allows you to smile again after loss, to dream again after failure, and to live again after hurt. With resilience, happiness becomes deeper, more real, and more powerful than ever before. Creativity is joy expressed through action. A happy person finds ways to create, whether through art, writing, music, cooking, or problem-solving. Creativity allows the soul to speak in colors, melodies, and ideas. It doesn't have to be perfect. It only has to be honest. When you create, you bring something new into the world, and that process itself fuels happiness. So pick up a brush, strum a guitar, write a poem, or cook a meal with love. Happiness flows when you let your imagination breathe. Happiness often waits for us in the natural world. The rustle of leaves, the crash of waves, the quiet song of birds, all remind us that life itself is a gift. A happy person spends time in nature, not just to escape stress, but to reconnect with the rhythm of life. In a busy world filled with screens and noise, nature whispers peace. Studies show that even a short walk outside can reduce stress and boost mood. But beyond studies, nature reminds us that we belong to something greater. Happiness is nurtured when you pause to breathe in fresh air, feel the earth beneath your feet, and marvel at the beauty around you. Contentment is the art of appreciating where you are while working toward where you want to be. A happy person understands that joy is not delayed until the next achievement. It exists in this moment. Contentment doesn't mean giving up on goals. It means not postponing happiness until everything is perfect. When you constantly say, "I'll be happy when," you chain your joy to conditions. Contentment breaks those chains, freeing you to experience happiness now. Happiness is not about having all you want, but wanting all you have. Hope is the heartbeat of happiness. Without hope, joy fades. A happy person keeps hope alive even when life feels uncertain. Hope whispers, "This too shall pass. Better days are ahead." It doesn't mean ignoring struggles. It means believing that struggles will not last forever. Hope paints tomorrow with brighter colors and gives today a reason to endure. Guard your hope fiercely, for it is one of the greatest sources of happiness. Happiness loves laughter. A happy person makes space for play, humor, and fun. Too often, we take life so seriously that we forget joy is found in laughter's simple gift. Watch a child play, and you'll see happiness in its purest form. Laughter lightens burdens, eases stress, and strengthens bonds. It reminds us not to let life's pressures steal our joy. Make time to laugh. Watch a funny movie, share jokes with friends, dance like no one's watching. Life is too short not to play. When you laugh often, happiness becomes a natural companion. Happiness deepens when life has purpose. A happy person doesn't just exist, they live intentionally. Purpose gives direction to your days, clarity to your choices, and meaning to your struggles. It doesn't have to be grand. Your purpose may be to raise children with love, to create art that inspires, or to serve your community. Purpose connects your actions to something greater, and with that connection comes fulfillment. Happiness and purpose walk hand in hand. Change is inevitable, and resisting it often breeds unhappiness. A happy person learns to embrace change as an opportunity for growth. Change is the soil where new beginnings are planted. It may feel uncomfortable, but it brings transformation. Happiness is not about clinging to what was. It's about adapting, learning, and trusting that every ending carries the seed of a new start. Embrace change, and happiness will find you even in transition. Happiness is not just found in big achievements. It's in the small victories along the way. A happy person celebrates progress, not just perfection. Did you finish a task you've been avoiding? Smile. Did you take one step toward your dream? Celebrate. Did you show kindness today? That matters. By celebrating small wins, you build momentum and remind yourself that happiness is a journey, not just a destination. Positivity is a habit that feeds happiness. A happy person trains their mind to focus on solutions, opportunities, and lessons, rather than problems alone. This doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means directing energy toward what can be improved. Positivity attracts joy and resilience. Train your mind daily by speaking affirmations, surrounding yourself with uplifting influences, and choosing encouraging thoughts. Your thoughts shape your happiness. Choose them wisely.
Happiness is contagious. A happy person knows their joy is not just for themselves, it spreads to everyone around them. A smile can brighten a stranger's day. A word of encouragement can lift a weary heart. Your happiness can inspire someone to believe again, to try again, to live again. By passing happiness on, you create a ripple effect that extends beyond what you can see. Happiness grows when it is shared. At the end of it all, happiness is a daily choice. It is not something you wait for, it is something you cultivate. Each day gives you opportunities to practice gratitude, to show kindness, to embrace growth, to live authentically, and to love deeply. A happy person understands that happiness is not a destination, but a way of traveling. You don't have to wait for tomorrow, or for the perfect moment, or for everything to fall into place. You can choose happiness now, in this very moment, and carry it with you into the future. So choose wisely, choose joy, choose peace, choose happiness.